It has no value to store. There is nothing that you can use Bitcoin for. I've been warning you guys about this. I'll do it again. Get out of Bitcoin and any of those other cryptocurrencies now. Get rid of that garbage.
Bitcoin has no unique value at all. It's a delusion, basically.
There's no value in the Bitcoin. It's not a store of value because there's no value to store.
All right, guys, it is Blockchain coming at you with an exciting announcement. I am going to be doing another masterclass giveaway this February. So for the entire month long, for every single I guess we'll comment, like, and subscribe. So you have to have all three of those, but for every single comment on the videos, you will actually be entered into a drawing for a free masterclass. So I've done a couple, did a couple last year, but this is my first one this year. So all February long, make sure you guys comment, subscribe, and like the video. And just in regards to supporting the channel, I will be doing a drawing at the end of the month for one free masterclass. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the charts, guys. All right, guys, it is Blockchain coming at you with another Bitcoin technical analysis update. For those of you who are new to my channel, we are starting off on my website, blockchaintatrading.com. If you have not checked it out before, I highly encourage you to do so. Biggest thing is to get my #1 trading strategy that is completely free. Just hit this little get in touch button and I'll give you a video demonstration of my #1 trading strategy of how to set it up on TradingView. And yes, you can apply it to any market. We also have the exclusive Discord where we have over 1,000 active traders, including myself, full-time professional, that post their charts, their positions, trade setups, you name it, as well as just a ton of education. So we can actually get in there for a 14-day trial for just 25 bucks. And then, of course, we have the Blockchain Masterclass that I'm actually giving away this month to one lucky winner for subscribing and liking and commenting on this video here. Your entry will go in towards a drawing at the end of the month for this free Masterclass, which is $297, and it's actually with a couple other bonuses in there as well for like trading psychology, a 7-module course in there as well. And then, of course, if you want to master the Elliott wave, Crypto Hippo, Mr. Schuyler, he is actually the where I learned a lot of my Elliott wave from, and a great resource, and I have nothing but great things to say about the masterclass. So it's kind of the missing link that changed my entire trading game, to be honest with you. So check that out as well. So cool. Let's go ahead and dive into the charts, guys. So we have Bitcoin here making an all-time brand new high. And from my video yesterday, my post in the Discords, hopefully you guys were able to catch the long on the breakout that I was highlighting. And we can actually, let's go ahead and just zoom in real quick and highlight a recap for what I was looking at yesterday. to give a quick scenario of what we were looking for, or what I was at least looking for. So there was a bullish count and a bearish count that we were looking at yesterday that I highlighted for us to potentially take off to and get running from. So the big thing was actually just right in here. This is where we could have had basically a 3-wave up for continuation back down for a slight little bounce, or if we got this extra leg up right here, and making this a 5-wave move. So because we got this as a 5-wave move, we were watching for the 3-wave pullback to enter in our longs. So we got in our longs here, and sure enough, we had a pretty decent couple $1,000 move to the upside, where I'm actually still expecting a continuation to the upside as we go a little bit further. So this was our real kind of our sweet spot, where we were looking for yesterday. But you can see once we kicked off in a 5-wave move, that was our indication that we were, if it starts with 5, it's got to end with 5. So that was our indication that we were going up higher. So from a smaller time frame, let's clear off some of these guys since they technically don't apply. You can see that we started off with a 5-wave. So where does that put us roughly? So if we pull our extensions from our wave 1, you can see roughly this is what we're looking for yesterday. So we're looking to break that trend line. We came back down, established it as support, and kind of bounced off and took off again. Looks like we're making another little run. So if that's the case, we can have this as our 3rd wave to get up here to 53, and then a 5th wave actually puts us right here at that R3 zone at 55K. So this is our short-term target, I guess, in regards to what we can be looking at. So we'll have to highlight that. So 55K, which is also the 2.236. All right. So with that, so this is that's basically really going to go after for my take profit zone. What can we be looking at from a higher time frame, because there's a possibility we can get overextended on some of these waves here. So let's take a look at a higher time frame and see where that can potentially put us. Let's go back to the 8-hour. All right. All right. Cool. All right, so let's just do the 16-hour. So from a larger scale, looking at the macro, so I'm actually looking at this as being a wave 3 at the moment. So basically this right here would be our wave 1 for a takeoff. This is our 2 going up for a wave 3. And if that is the case, wave 3 actually puts us at a target of 57,690 is a pretty nice confluence. We have the 1.618. We also have the 2.236 of the wave 1 that we're measuring as well. Let me zoom in specifically on this guy. So basically our 1, 2, this is our 3rd, our 4th, and then going up for a 5th. Right here. So when we're bouncing back between time frames, right? So we have 57,500 basically, we'll call it, and then we have this guy here that we were looking at 55. So if we get an overextended move, that'll put us slightly above the 2.618. So the 2.236 is pretty common for a 5th wave. Sometimes we get overextended. So 57 or 56.2 and 57.9, which would also put us right here. It's actually, check my fib levels real quick. Yeah, okay. Cool. So yeah, right there. And I mean, like I said, it can be overextended, but this really between the 55 to that 57 mark. So this is really going to watch the wave structure once we get up here to see ultimately what we can potentially be looking at. Because if we go back to the higher time frame, You can see that right here we just passed the R2 on an hourly standpoint at 51.8. Holding that is pretty bullish. We'll come back and give us a nice little bounce off of that. And right here was really where we'd be looking at wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have a wave 5. So on a macro scale, higher time frame, if this is our wave 1, 2, and a 3, let me draw it out for you and see what I'm seeing. It makes more sense for us to get a little bit more of an overextended wave to basically 57.5. We can fall a little bit short, but really between that 55 to 57.5, that also puts us at the 1.618. Of this right here. So there's been a couple different ways to count this from what I've been seeing out there. What I want to compare it to is Riot. So if you guys have been watching Riot on the stock market at all, pretty nice impulsive clean wave, and it follows Bitcoin pretty closely. So that's why I'm leaning more towards Bitcoin actually having that little bump there be the 5th wave and the 4th. So basically our 1, 2, again, same thing. You can see Riot, we're getting right up here to that 1.618 at 80 bucks, $81 in that ballpark. And then would expect a larger wave 4 correction. Now wave 4s typically go back to the 0.236, which would be $25 for Riot. If that is the case, let's go back to this one here, where basically this was our wave 4 inside the 3rd, right? So basically we'd have this as our 1, this would be our 2, this whole thing is the 3rd, 4th, and then up again for the 5th, like so. And if that's the case, that puts our wave 5 right up here at $114,000 for Bitcoin here at the end target. If we do pull a fib retracement, wave 4 we put us, and that's pretty typical in regards to overall wave 4, where we go back to the wave 4 territory in wave 3. That would put us back down to 31K. So a pretty drastic potential move to the downside. So we need to be careful with where we're at in this area here, because I think on a larger scale, with this being a 1, 2, 3, this wasn't really enough time for a larger wave 4. So I'm leaning more towards this being the wave 4 inside the wave 3. So basically we'd have our 1, 2, 3, 4, and then our 5 right here, all within our wave 3. And then with a potential move back down to the 0.236, which is basically 31K. Now, we may not get there with as bullish as things have been. If we look at this move here, you can see where we did come back and we hit the 0.236 in the wave 4. So it is definitely doable, and it is pretty typical for a wave 4. And they can be kind of gross and trick everybody out, but this would be a sweet entry point to 1 for a short if we do get down there, and then 2 for the long, again, to go from 31K up to 100K would be quite juicy in my opinion. So it's what I'm looking for on more of a higher time frame. Let's take a quick look at SUSHI as a quick update. Let's get into, we're on the smaller time frame. So from yesterday, let's see, yeah, actually playing out quite nice. Yep, so I was looking at this as an ABC, and then, we can potentially look, and I'd be looking to get up still, to 33 bucks here on SUSHI. We do need to get above 1680, establish that as support, and then ultimately same thing with 21.5, 2150, we got to get above that as well. It looks like it does want a little bit more move to, or one more leg down though, with as much as the CB index going up there. So we can get consolidated under here a little bit, but I mean, still potential is this could be the wave 1 inside the wave 3. We basically have our 1, 2, 3, 4, and our 5 to get up there for our wave 3. But overall, Sushi is still looking pretty healthy. Doge, haven't gotten our break yet. Still in this descending channel here, so we're still watching for it, but we're pretty much right here where I was looking at for basically 0.047 for us to have a little bit of a reaction and a bounce on. You can see on the higher time frames that this little move down, I say little, I mean it's still quite drastic, but in regards to how quickly it's been going up, this move down has just been completely resetting the oscillators and the indicators, which is really making me lean towards another pretty strong move up to at least 17 cents, and then ultimately potentially 31 cents depending on the overextendedness of the move, but still looking for a break to the upside based upon some of these guys. DOT, let's see, let's get to the 4 hour here on DOT. Yep, still looking healthy. Yeah, still on track. We're still on track from what we talked about yesterday from our nice little entry here on the pivot for continuation to the upside here. Looking at 37 as a target, potentially 43 to get up there a little bit higher. So 37 to 43, I think, is an end target, potentially there for an overall fifth wave here, and then would look for a little bit of a correction again after that on DOT. So cool, perfect. So I covered riots. That was a big one I wanted to do a correlation with. So yeah, that's about all I got, guys. So make sure you guys smash the likes, hit that subscribe button. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the Discord. Did a couple member requests in there for a couple stocks as well as a couple other alts. So hopefully I'll catch you guys in there. If not, I'll catch you on the next video.